Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm going to do a couple more videos from the Mega Singles collection. This is one of the best new wave punk garage collections probably in the world that I purchased here not too long ago. And because of that, I kind of wanted to document this collection. Normally I wouldn't put videos like this on YouTube, but the stuff that's been in this collection and the amount of time and the condition, everything being picture sleeves for the most part and near mint, I had to do it. So I'm going to do a couple boxes at random, box 66 and B. Kind of some of the newer stuff from his collection, and a box from 69 and below was from his original collection. You know, things that he had accumulated up to that point. And then he just kind of started segmenting them box after box, you know, like 20 boxes. Then 10 years later, he would do another 20 boxes. So you kind of see his record collection in stages. All this stuff, for the most part, will be sold on our Discogs page. I'll put the link below. Also, check out our Patreon page. We just started that. There's some exclusive content on Patreon, links to videos that haven't been published yet, reviews and whatnot. And also, there's a discount plan for the website where you get discounts on everything in the store. We've got a pretty extensive online store. But let's check out box 66 and B. Now, these boxes I have not been through. I went through certain boxes in this collection, looking for key records that I knew were in the collection, you know, money records. But there's been a lot of surprises along the way. Nice, we're at the end of the alphabet, yeah, so 66. 69 was the end of his original collection. Look at that. Box 66 is still on X. Massive amount of XTC in this collection. Look at that. Nice. Japanese stuff. Tons of British imports. He really preferred British stuff. He didn't like the fact, and he told me that he would always prefer a British copy if he could. He didn't like the fact that American sleeves were paper thin and they kind of crumbled up on him. So now that's how you know he liked a band. If it didn't have a picture sleeve on it, and he had it in his collection, that was because he was really trying to make a run on that band. That's why you see, I mean, there's multiple copies. You know, maybe that's the poster sleeve, or yeah, multiple copies of this stuff in here. Yeah, 2 or 3. Maybe there's color variations. What do we got here? Black vinyl on both of those. Wow, look at that. It's Buster's Gesticles. Look at that, we even have the Dukes of Stratosphere, the XTC sub-band. I don't think I've ever even seen a Dukes of Stratosphere 45. Their albums are tough to find. They're not, you know, really expensive, but they're not a ton of those floating out there. Actually, they just reissued them. Quite a few copies of those. Multiple copies there. Somebody could just go online, check out Discogs, and more than likely have almost every XTC record 45 made. Yeast. Look at that. Isn't that a... God, I'd love to know the story behind their thought on that cover. Like, all right, guys, so we're going to go to a library. We're all going to get naked together and look at books. we're going to put that on our 45. Yazoo. Chris Yates. Some Yardbirds. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the 90s stuff he bought was more 60s stuff. A lot of Psych. A lot of Garage. Oh my God, that's all yellow. That's crazy. You know, I do some trips periodically, buying trips to Europe. This is a band you will find in all the record stores in Europe. You do not find yellow in the States. You know, they had, you know, their Oh Yeah with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was probably maybe the only radio play they got. If they got more, it wasn't much. But you go to Europe, you'll see a yellow tab. In the United States, in Phoenix, you probably can go to every single record store except for mine because we've got almost everything. But speaking of the devil, you probably won't find a yellow record in town. It's just not a band that popular in the States. The Yellow Magic Orchestra. We've got all the imports here. Yellow Jackets. So this is box 66. This would have been from his original collection. So the next box, the Yobs. The next box I'm going to do is box Dwight Yoakam. Really weird, right? Go figure. Same collection, but so the next box B is some of his newer stuff. So more than likely, could be hit or miss. Stored a little differently as well. This part of the collection wasn't Counting Crows. And Mrs. Jones. Elvis Costello. It's kind of loosely organized, right? A lot of C's. Cradle. The Cranberries. Band I never got to see. I don't know if I was in Arizona. I've been here 20 years. I couldn't even tell you if they ever showed up in a town. Would have loved to have seen them though. Actually, don't tell anybody. Cranberries, I think it was the first cassette tape I ever owned. It was their first album. Of course, I only owned about 10 cassettes. So, but it was first. It's the first of those 10. God, I think I was maybe 11 or 12. Very cool. Nice little chunk of Cranberries. Zombie picture sleeve. Yeah, there it is. I think I was 11 or 12 years old I bought that cassette. God, it's a hell of a lot better than what my kids listen to. If I have to hear Fall Out Boy one more time, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it ain't gonna be good. Crash Test Dummies. There you go. From Dumb and Dumber. Cool thing about the 90s stuff is he did buy a lot of the hits on 45, and there's a calling for them, and they're worth a few bucks. A lot of them are $20, $30, $40 for these on 7-inch. Cult. Kind of a nice Curtis Mayfield Superfly knockoff cover. Joe Twins. See, a lot of this stuff is stuff that he has in other boxes, but he was just buying it, and he would just buy it and throw it in a box. Didn't listen to it, bought it, throw it in a box, was supposed to be sorted into the main collection, and never did. Dead guy. So this would be the, looks like maybe the C's and the D's. Oh, look at that, Death in June. The Dickies. Make it so. Diggers, Dinosaur Jr. You know, these, for the most part, these newer boxes really haven't disappointed me. Sure, there's a lot of chud and stuff that'll be really hard to sell, but there's a lot of solid stuff that's been making up for it. Drugstore. Duffy. Duran. Scratch and sniff. Gotta try that. It still works. It's Jerry. So most of these boxes I did not go through, and like I said, one of the reasons I didn't go through is I thought about it and I wanted to film these videos. And it wouldn't be exciting going through boxes that have stuff that I knew what was in them. You know, I know a lot of guys are like, oh yeah, look at these records in my collection. And that's, you haven't seen a lot of those videos from me because, I don't know, that's just not too interesting to me. They're already in my collection, but this is cool. I have no idea what's in this box. There's surprises in every one of these boxes so far. Sometimes the surprise is, you know, why is there so much crap in this box? But Everclear. Everything but the girl. All right, guys, that's it for box 66 and B. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and until next time.